Just looks way better. Okay, so today we have something that I've been looking for a solution for a long time and not really found one. So there is a video where I, in typical fashion when you're working on Land Rovers, I decided to replace the backs of the front lights and the grille because they looked a bit old, and they're like this plastic that's old, and that should have been a 5-minute job. As usual, they're never 5-minute jobs in Land Rovers. It's always, yeah. So a few days later, I had decided to buy some new bowls, and there's a video here. I didn't actually use the new bowls because they needed drilling out and stuff when I looked at the videos. It's like, why would you sell a bowl that has a hole drilled in it, but it's not the right size, and etc, etc, etc. And I think those bowls were originally designed to go on the original lights. I already have lights that have like a thing, you know, they're basically molded with aluminium on the back. But what I did use is the rubbers, etc, etc. Mounted my lights the right way up because they'd been put in the wrong way around, and a few other things. Moved the horn, you know, all these kind of things that you find in a few days later. But so what I did do is I then ordered the new backs and surrounds, and one was like a matte black plastic with a sort of a mottled effect, and the other one was smooth, shiny, what I call, you know, really horrible black plastic. I mean, horrible. To the point that the, you know, the 25-year-old one was better. There was a crack in it where something's hit it, which I fixed with epoxy, with JB Weld, which I'll show you, and that has held up, you know, for quite a few things. And so yeah, but what I've actually really wanted, I think, is a heritage grille, but not a horrible heritage grille. The one that I'm going to show you now, that's finally come. And I did see some other grills, but they were ridiculously expensive, and this one seems to be like a normal cost from a normal company. And there's quite a lot of things. This is from, well, I bought it from 4x4 Overland, or whatever they're called. See, when planes come back, you realise that your shed insulation isn't as good as you thought it was. They're quite noisy. So yeah, and there's a company called Nakatanenga, who I've looked at their roof rack for a long while and kind of like it. The problem is I live in central London and the car is already 2 meters high, just under 2 meters, so it fits in pretty much every sort of garage. If I go over that, I literally can't put it anywhere. But yeah, I got this from what I call Naked Tanga, because I can't say Nakatanenga. I'll learn it eventually. But let's open it up. Got my trusty screwdriver. I never trust YouTubers who use like these. Got a knife just for opening things. What is that? I don't like knives anyway. Best of times. So when I finally get this open, which could be a while from now, you'll see this grille. So I got the various ones. I don't have aircon, but this one does do both aircon and non-aircon vehicles. And well, I do have aircon, and there's another video coming on that. I've put an electric aircon in my Defender, which is not the final one that I wanted. My shed is sometimes smaller than I want as well, but that's one of the things of living in London. So let's see if we can do an unboxing of a rather large box. So in here we have some things with a picture of the wonderful roof rack, if you didn't know what I was talking about before. And here we have the grille. It's wonderfully light. It's already twisted. Yeah, aluminium does that once it's been stamped or cut. Well, most metals. I don't know if it's just aluminium, but I always remember being a little bit upset when we're doing various projects when you'd get some wonderful cut pieces of laser cut, water cut. I can't remember what they were. Some twist warping can occur due to the release of thermal mechanical stresses from forming initial sheet, and when the alley sheet is punched and formed into shape, it will fit flat without any undue stress when bolted onto a vehicle. Yeah, I mean, I really wasn't worried, but that's because I kind of already been through that process. But it's good that they put that note there. If you let a customer worry about something to the point of contacting you, it's never a good thing. Right, there's a warning note here, but of course the stuff has gone over it. Well, it's in German, and I'm not very good at reading German, as in I can't read German. But yeah. Won't worry about that. So far, looks very nice. And it's kind of light. I don't like, a lot of the things that you get for a Defender are very heavy. It's not like it's an overpowered car that can, you know, take heaviness. So this is beautifully wrapped. I do like it already. I do like the look. I like the fact that it's kind of light, and I also like the fact that, you know, it should be a lot more impact friendly than plastic. Don't like that it's bent there. Someone's obviously given it a good boot. That's pretty, I mean, that's not really acceptable. But fortunately it's powder coated and not painted. I'm gonna have to bend that back out. I don't think it's in the shipping. This must have been in the, someone's dropped this in the factory, because the box is absolutely perfect. Yep. So I am going to have to do some extra work because somebody couldn't be bothered in a factory to get that straight, and then we're going to bolt this on the car. I look forward to it. Yeah, look at that. That is a good looking grille. Let's get on it. So as we can see here, this is looking old, and this is looking older. This is a new black badge. This looks a lot nicer. Is that looking a bit better? Definitely looks a lot better though. I just wanted to add as well that this is not going to be a 5-minute job either. Not just because I've had to fix the bend where somebody dropped it, which I've actually fixed quite quickly already, but because yeah, I've lost my horn. I've been meaning to share with you guys, but at some point recently, when poor Gertie's been left out in the rain, its horn doesn't work anymore. So that's probably got something to do with the fact that I actually moved the horn, which I think is in another video, from the left where it was in front of the intercooler, where most people I respect say it doesn't make any difference, but I don't care. I don't want my horn blocking my intercooler. So I moved it over to the left with the extension, and that was the other thing I was going to say about the light surrounds. You can only really buy now the TD5 light surrounds, I think, or that's the ones that I found, where the horn is behind the light, so there's these little grills, and obviously all the rain just pushes in through there, which is not really, I mean, yeah, I know water gets in there, but you just don't want the rain from general driving going in there if there isn't a horn in there. There's just one horn on the 300 TDI. I have been trying to buy another one because I bought the extension kit to put both of them to have the high and the low, because the horn is a bit pathetic. But yeah, I've lost it altogether, which may be because I moved it over. So this 5-minute job is probably not going to be 5 minutes. However, I'm still going to make it a 10-minute job, because if I can't quickly work out why my horn's not working, I'm just going to move on. because, yeah, just life's too short. I'll get someone else to fix my horn. Can you say that on YouTube? Probably not. It's nice when another Defender goes past. It's TD5 with a straight pipe. Hope his mic's picked that up. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty slick looking. I don't know if you can see the offset that I've left. By putting a, I might have to take that off of the top one. The offset, I think, gives a slightly better stance on the bottom bolts. The top bolt, I may have to take that off. So that was a bit easier than expected. Yeah, went pretty easy, I'd say. Is this supposed to be like that? It's a bit annoying like that. Let's try and put it a bit like this. Yeah, there we go. Sadly, I've lost my little Land Rover logo. But yeah, I've replaced it, and off has gone the old non-shiny grille that has served me well for 3 years. But at the end of the day, there is a radiator and an intercooler behind this, and honestly, I mean, I fixed this plastic and you can see, I mean, it resisted something, and honestly, I'll show you in a second, but the repair I made with JB Weld has worked very, very well. But ultimately, if something hits this when you're going along at any decent pace, the chances of it breaking through and damaging your radiator, and therefore basically invalidating your cooling, if that's a thing, it's pretty high. Oh, I forgot I actually fixed it here as well because it had broken there. And it's, yeah, the JB Weld has worked beautifully. There's a video that I've done of this and showing you how to do it in a very sort of easy, simple way. But yeah, that's all still there. But yeah, the new one looks nice. I've actually installed it with a washer between the bolt. So there's basically the bolt on the front, and then there's a washer between the actual grille and where the grille goes in. Some noisy birds. But the reason for that is it kind of held it a little bit higher, in line with the other grills. I suspect I'm going to have to get some Heritage lights around, because the ones that are on there I don't really match anymore. You know, once you've got some nice matte stove enameled, not stove enameled, what's it called? When you do paint, powder paint at heat, powder coated aluminium, the plastic just doesn't look very good. But unfortunately, my little brand new, this is the black modern Land Rover badge. I pulled the old green one off. My daughter stuck it on her bedroom door, which is a good sign. I have raised her well. Yeah, it looks a lot better, as you'll have seen from that video. And unfortunately, I have a bit of an obsession with this lens and camera now. I really like it. We'll have to get Gertie back into working condition, because under our third and hardest lockdown ever, she's been sat there. Not, you know, mainly because she was broken in the ride, and you can see the trip down to Spain and back just before lockdown happened, and coming back just before Brexit happened. Something really big broke in the drivetrain at a toll booth, which was quite worrying because it was like, you know, 0 degrees outside and raining. But being a Land Rover, it got us home with yeah, not too much worry. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I'm going to start getting some more out now. I'm going to finish the one on the dash cam, and yeah, Gertie's going to get all of that stuff fixed that broke in that video, and yeah, I'll come back to you when that's all been sorted. See you in the next one. You'll be glad to know I've found somewhere to put the radiator grille. I think it's going on shed wall, which is almost finished. It's going to be a bit higher than this, so it's going to go a bit further up there when I finally get all these pieces of wood over the insulation. And if you want to see how I built this shed slowly, there's a series on that coming out soon. Catch you in the next one.